Hey out there, people, it's time for another installment of You Know What, Asking Interesting Questions, the series where I ask interesting questions to local music celebs here in the Denver scene. This month, instead of being held at the Larimer Lounge, the local 303 is being held at the Mercury Cafe, so I'm on my way there via Park Avenue to ask some interesting questions. What do you say? Let's get into it. Heck yeah!
Asking interesting questions, asking interesting questions, asking interesting questions, asking interesting questions.
Okay, so we are here with
Flowerhead, my name's Nota, this is McKenna.
Ghosteater.
Arum.
question one. What's your craziest experience while performing?
My craziest experience while performing?
Yeah, like the craziest thing that's happened to you during a show.
Getting heckled by a fan, knowing how to respond or not respond.
Oh, this is like kind of R-rated, so I don't know really how well it's gonna go.
Go ahead.
And it was like 10 years ago.
10
maybe
years
longer.
ago, wow.
I took a little bit of Molly before I got on stage, and I was dry heaving, so I had to turn and dry heave in between lyrics while I was performing.
So you've been in the game quite some time.
Yes, not very prolific though, but it's my childhood dream. I continue
You have
to
some
chase.
experience.
Yes.
I've never performed before, I'm new.
Well, there was one time we had a mic, or not a mic, but an amp blowout mid-set. It wasn't too fun, and during the same set, we also had a guitar string break, so that was a terrible set in general, but that's about it.
Question two, which contemporary genre do you believe has the most potential for growth and exploration?
Instrumental.
Instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
Like just a track with...
Well, you said a genre, so like instrumental, like, I'm really into like Spanish guitar right now.
Oh, right, like...
Hermanos Pateras, something like that. So like instrumental music, or Dustin O'Halloran is a pianist.
Midwest emo rock. It's going to be the next big thing.
Because the Midwest generally doesn't get much exposure?
I just think it's a pretty genre, and it's like pretty new stuff. You don't hear it a lot. It's a lot of uncontemporary stuff, I guess, but it works, and people love it.
So right now, I'm really into pop music, specifically like Dua Lipa and Lizzo, and I think a queer female and black-led movement it's already here, and it's going to just keep taking over more and more.
I think it's going to get pretty big.
Yes.
Because in the 2010s, you had like Taylor Swift, Katy Perry,
Lady Gaga.
Now you see more queer and like diverse, right?
Yes, which I am so here for.
And that's where pop music is at.
Yes.
That's a good question.
Question three, what effect do you hope to create with listeners?
I hope to weird them out a little bit. I don't know, because you know, if it's weird, then it grabs people's attention, and then that's always fun. Like, I don't know, I like feeling weird about music.
Like how so? Give an example of like a weird song.
Oh, it's a song. It's called "Stuff Is Way." I forget who it's by, but it's just like a bunch of random words, and it's such a weird song, and I love it so much.
So my main goal is I either want you to listen to my stuff on, streaming, or come to a show and see me, and I just want to put a smile on your face. There's a lot of bad energy out in the world right now, and I think we all just need to laugh and smile, and a lot of my music's kind of satirical.
Bring him peace.
Peace. Okay.
What was it?
Question four, do you believe Denver music has the potential to reach national attention?
Absolutely. I feel like it may have already have. We've had a lot of really great bands come out of Denver. Like the Flowbots, for example. Right? They're out of Denver, the Illumineers.
Yeah, everyone likes Flowbots.
Oh, yes.
No, it does. It already has. Through Nathaniel Rateliff, through the Lumineers, through, I think, aren't the Fray from here? I think there's a lot of artists that come from Denver.
All right. If there was a year you'd say it reached national attention, when would you say that would be?
I think that was like 2010.
2010, you'd say, is the year Denver music really broke into prominence?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe it's not there yet. This city is insane. There's nothing you can't find in this city. And
Yeah.
this city feels like a more comfy, cozy LA. And I love that.
But you'd argue that it isn't quite there yet, and there, it could get better in terms of exposure.
We could get better. I think it's more the outreach that we as a community have could get better to be like, Denver's where it's at right now.
Right.
You need to come here and check us out. Don't sleep on Denver.
Question 5. Do you prefer narrative songs or abstract songs?
I'm gonna go with abstract. I do love a good narrative song, but sometimes I just want to put on music and just zone out. I don't want to have to think about my broken heart or all the people that have done me wrong or people I've done wrong. I just want to listen to music and enjoy it.
What would you say is a good example of an abstract song?
Now I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna go with Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. There is a lot of narrative into it, but
It's
the way
kind of just...
the way he blends it, it's so abstract and like he's singing about the country, but he has a trap beat going, and it's like I'm so pulled in so many different areas at once that I can't even quite figure out where I am.
Oh, that's why I like Radiohead. I like the abstract. That's why I like instrumental. I like the abstract. But then I like Bob Dylan because it's a narrative and you can put yourself into the story, you know?
Okay. So you'd say Radiohead is a good example of abstract and Bob Dylan is a good example of narrative?
Yeah.
Abstract songs.
Abstract.
But don't get me wrong, I could definitely get down to a narrative song, and when I'm like in the mood for it, I'm all for it. But abstract songs hit you in a way that narrative songs never will.
What would a good example of a narrative song and an abstract song be?
A good narrative song is... Oh man. Do you have a good answer for that? You probably have a better answer.
I don't know. Narrative. I'm thinking just Cave Town
Okay.
Those are pretty
in general. But I don't know.
And abstract.
A good abstract song would be like Vampires in Love by Great Big Leaf Pile. That song can be interpreted in a lot of ways. I love that song.
Those are some great answers. Here's your free cassette tape. Good job. Great answers. Nick Cicada's Greatest Hits.
Who's Nick Cicada?
That's me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Going to?
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
I think I got too much this week, but it's a great tape. Doing the last free cassette tape of the night.
I'll
Nick
have to-
Cicada's Greatest Hits.
Have to go to my parents' house and use their
That's a
cassette
great
player.
compilation there. You're sure to enjoy it. It's all the hits of Denver New Wave.
Oh, I love New Wave.
Alright people, what I tell you, is that dynamite or what? Links as always to songs from the respective bands is down below in the description. But yeah, this month's lineup was just stellar. It's a shame not many showed up, but I think I got some pretty good stuff. Looking forward to next month here on Asking Interesting Questions, as always.
Asking interesting questions. Asking interesting questions. Asking interesting questions. Asking interesting questions.